Tauruses, welcome to your love reading for September 2025. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Otherwise, let's get to your reading. If you want to see this reading in its entirety, go to my YouTube channel, Veronica Garnet, and you can see it all there. We start off with a star card in the upright, which is the card of Aquarius for love energies prior to September. What do we see for September for love? We have the Devil card in the reverse, which is the card of Capricorn. Also, if you do the extended reading in my Vimeo channel under Veronica Garnet, this month it's what your love interest is thinking or feeling and how they'll be moving forward out of September. Finally, we end on the Four of Beetles in the upright as you move out of September into October. Put your requests in the comments for sun moon readings. I will put you in queue. All right. Okay, star card in the upright. The star card in the upright for me indicates that in the past you've really gone through some stuff, but you've come out of it. And I feel like you were celebrating and saying, yeah, you know what? I really went through some stuff in my life, but I bounced back from that. I came back. I think I'm at the point now to kind of see what awaits me. Or what doesn't await me. It doesn't necessarily have to be in terms of relationship. It can just be, you know, you're fully healed, you're fully recovered, and you have the idea that something greater is kind of waiting for you. The universe is going to bestow some blessing upon you now that you're fully healed, now that you have faith, and now that you've regained hope. So it's a really, really good card. The Devil card in reverse indicates to me that previously you were in a toxic relationship and you have fully gotten out of it. And I almost feel as though you're rejoicing at this point, because I think it was somebody that was very, very hard, a very hard relationship to extricate yourself from. And it was based on a lot of dark, dark things. But now that you're out of it, you're really enjoying the freedom, being released from this person, the relief that kind of goes along with it, taking back your power, taking back your control. So I really feel you're at a good place. We're in a good place prior to September and going into September too. I think whatever dark energy you had, you got rid of, you're over it. Now, I will say with the Four Beetles in the upright, September into October, I see you being a little bit closed off in regards to other people. Not so much to the point where you just are not interacting with anybody, but I think you've lived and you've learned. So with the Four of Beetles in the upright, I see you maybe not being the most sharing when it comes to things because you've gotten burned before. I see you maybe, you know, just holding on to the things that you have, making sure that, you know, and in doing that, you have the security and the stability that you need, you know, and I kind of get the feeling like nobody is going to take it away from me again, like this person did. So you're open, but you're a little bit cautious, I feel. Why is the star card here in the upright? Who's this person? What's this energy? Why are you showing me the star card in the upright for Tauruses? Okay, so I mean, your situation radically turned around, I feel, once you kind of decided to get rid of whatever darkness was lingering around you. Things got better once you started taking that step out the door. I see them with the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Very immature energy. I mean, they may have been telling you everything into the moon and back, what they're going to do, how better they're going to be, how they're going to change. But Knight of Swords in reverse never follows through on anything he says. He's going to say what he can say to persuade someone or convince somebody, but he's not going to have any follow through. And I think part of you knows that this is the case. And I also feel the more that you're away from this person, the better things got. So, you know, you kind of had that going along with it, because I'm not seeing any sorrow, regret, sadness, or anything like that. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This person also might not have been very good with practical matters, good with money, good with commitment. Let's see, what else is the Knight of Pentacles not good at? He can be lazy. He can be obsessive. He can be possessive. He can be jealous. So, I mean, you really weren't losing anybody there that had those kind of traits. And that's what you came out of. Why is the Devil card here in reverse? I mean, I think it's really refreshing for you having gotten out of this situation. Yeah, I mean, Nine of Swords in reverse, you no longer have that anxiety, all this mental anguish that went along with everything. You actually have a lot of calm. You have a lot of peace in your mind. You fully healed from the trauma. But the Two of Wands in reverse shows that level of mistrust, not wanting to get into anything that you really don't know a lot about, again, because of what can happen. And you've forgiven, but you haven't totally forgotten. We have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. But, here you are willing to be a little more open. You're saying to yourself, I'm not going to let this judge everybody moving forward. So I do feel you wanting to, attract someone by being open, being honest, things of that nature. So, you're not so mistrustful, like I said, that you're slamming the door on people. And here the same thing, to an extent. Why is the Four of Coins here in the upright? You're just being conservative. You're making sure you're not going to do anything wacky or crazy. Yeah, because the Hermit card in the upright, which is a card of Virgo, just indicates you're pretty fine by yourself. You're not dying to have somebody in your life. You're enjoying your solitude, doing what you want to do when you want to do it. You might not have been able to do that before because you could have been in a connection with somebody who's very controlling. But again, you're relieved that you have that, independence back and things of that nature. Very much on your mind is the suffering that you went through. You don't want to go through that again. It was really hard for you. This connection was an absolute test of your resources. And it was such a victory to get out of it. Like I said, it was almost like, yes, I'm out of it. I'm free. I can do what I want and be who I want to be. But it's on your mind about what you actually went through to get to that light at the end of the tunnel. So you're not, you're open, but you're not that excited. You're not going to jump in with both feet. Page of Pentacles in reverse. This could be somebody around you at this present time. This person, this person to me is a little bit arrogant, a little haughty. They feel they're very extravagant, not good with money again. I don't feel it's this person. I feel it's somebody different. Maybe you attract these types. But they seem like, they could do what they want, and maybe they're above the law and they're entitled to do what they want to do. It's very childish. It's very kind of weird, but they also don't commit. They're also lazy. So I think they're a different person, but they're different from this person. So that's why I'm wondering if someone's going to come in, because you tend to attract, maybe these types. And Tauruses take care of people. They provide for people. They're very hard workers. So sometimes people can ride your coattails. So just be careful of that. That's what I have for you all. If it does resonate, consider a personal reading. Definitely check out the extended reading, which is what is your love interest thinking or feeling, in my Vimeo channel. And then, put your request for sun moon readings in the comments. I'll put you in queue. Otherwise, Tauruses, I will see you in your Vimeo reading next. Adios from Veronica Garnet. Bye-bye.